Baldur's Goonsack.
Howdy y'all, quick video today. Baldur's Gate 3 just got a big ass update, right when I went to sleep. And if you've watched this channel, you're probably not playing vanilla. First thing I'll say is that it is good modding practice to not update your game until mods catch up. You can do this on GOG easier than on Steam. With Steam, you'll want to set Baldur's Gate 3 to only update when you launch the game. When you see an update is ready for it, you'll want to put Steam into offline mode when you launch the game, so it doesn't update. And on GOG, I'm pretty sure you just disable automatic updates and you're good to go. I was going to make a video in preparation for a coming update on the horizon, but Larian caught me with my pants down. So, what's currently broken? Pretty much everything. Just from a real quick test, WASD character movement, script extender, probably improved UI, compatibility framework, native camera tweaks got an update, subclass conflicts are back for me. It's all bugged right now. As expected, I'd do more testing, but it's pointless until there's more updates. Thankfully, I play on two different systems, and the older PC is where I test and manage my Nexus Collection, which if you've frozen updates for the game, and you use my collection, stay on revision 26. It's the last release for Hotfix 9. If you didn't pause updates for the game, and you updated the game, and you're trying to play on revision 26, and then you're downvoting the collection because it doesn't work, I will direct you to the best practices section that has been there the whole time and clearly states to not do that. Bad. If you no read, it no work. My Nexus Collection aside though, character customization mods look unaffected, which is to be expected, and I'm close to done with a pretty big showcase for them, so that'll still come out, no problem. Don't want to be releasing videos for mods that are not functional with the current patch. That would, well, that's basically malpractice, isn't it? So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say other than we've got some patch notes to go over. Today's update clocks in at over 1,000 fixes, tweaks, and changes. And we've finally got color blindness settings. Really surprised this wasn't in from launch. I've seen a few mods. Mods really shouldn't have to improve accessibility options, but they have been, and now they don't need to. You can now dismiss dead avatars to Wither's wardrobe. Withers will explain how it works. You can now customize hirelings' appearance when recruiting them. Does anyone actually use hirelings? I probably never will. Refined Scratch's fetch behavior. He will now fetch pretty much everything. Hopefully that didn't break the Scratch and Shovel mod that makes your little summon homies cooler. Arcfey Warlocks now get a cantrip they were supposed to get. Updated the mechanics of Speak with Dead so that you can cast it again if you didn't ask any questions the first time. Cool. At level 6, Knowledge Domain Clerics will now correctly gain Channel Divinity Read Thoughts. Nature Domain Clerics will now correctly gain Dampen Elements. And Trickery Domain Clerics will now correctly gain Channel Divinity Cloak of Shadows. When you purchase a statue from Boney in the Circus, Nate, you can now choose to make it look like you in full equipment, in camp clothes, or naked. Okay. Scratch's ball will now be harder to lose. If you lost his ball, go see him in camp and he might give it back. Ball warranty voided for chasm-related accidents. Added a controller option so that if you want, you can have the end turn button require a hold instead of a tap. Fixed the enemy of justice condition sometimes applying when it shouldn't. Damn, I remember that being a really big problem on my first playthrough. Fixed an issue where assaulting someone while invisible would still cause a guard to spot you and start dialogue. Halson will no longer spontaneously decide it'd be fun to turn into a bear before he talks to you in Act 1. Cool. Added more autosaves in the Shadow Curse land and to several Worms Crossing and Lower City locations. Licking the hunk of spider meat in the Gauntlet of Shaw might make you sick. You should have listened to Gale. You can use sponges and soaps to clean up your party members. Yeah, I know that bothers some people. Cazador remembers he can do stuff. Fixed an inconsistent issue where enemies wouldn't do anything during combat except dash and move. Fixed some NPCs being able to shoot through floors and ceilings. I'm now not sure if I still need that fix to stop enemies counterspelling out of combat and stuff. Might still be relevant. Just a bunch of quest fixes here, and I'll move over them because of spoilers. Tweak the color of the potion of mind reading to distinguish it from potions of healing. New idle animations and behaviors for Minthara, Halson, Shadowheart, and Lae'zel at camp. Karlach will now feel more alive while idle in camp rather than just standing there doing nothing. She wasn't doing nothing, she was always doing that little jig. You can now customize which solution is selected in the second slot of the alchemy panel, added map markers for when characters want to talk to you, added unique map icons for the magic mirror and Wither's wardrobe, cool. Improved the skills section of the character sheet, added icons for the individual skills, added stars to indicate proficiency and expertise in certain skills, and improved the skill tooltip. Combat rounds are now displayed under separate headings in the combat log, so it's easier to distinguish when things happened. I will take any UI improvements that they give us, because so far Pavelk has had to build the whole damn thing for us. Crashes and blockers. The game crashes less. Good. There's an arseload of changes under the combat and balance section, but a good chunk of it is a bit spoilery, so I think I'll just skip over it. Performance and options. Continued making performance improvements and optimizations across the game. Fixed HDR sliders not updating their values, optimized the lighting in Lower City, improved the general performance of the UI by having it execute in parallel with other tasks when possible, improved loading times after choosing to venture forth by reducing delays during portrait generation, improved performance when multiple copies of the same animation would try to run at once, improved performance in areas with crowds. I really hope that this has had a significant impact on everyone's CPU bottleneck and stutters, because Act 3 is still a bit of a nightmare, even on high-end PCs. Yeah, these patch notes are just so massive. I'm not going to go through them all. If you want to read them, you can do that yourself. It is huge. And if you play vanilla, it's gonna be amazing. But for right now, us with hefty amounts of mods, we'll have to wait to enjoy it. Back to making the fun videos that y'all will enjoy more. Finish up that customization showcase and move on to covering whatever else, subclasses, going over more 5e spell stuff, the works. So I'll see y'all then. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, because those videos are coming.